Well, Jim, a cracking game, point apiece on the night. Fair result?
I don't know. Like I said, I guess that they probed and prodded and probably had the last 70 minutes. I think I think back to some of the chances and some of the opportunities we had, and I'm thinking, how did we not lead? And then did they do enough to deserve a goal? But yeah, I think they'd probably feel that they'd done enough to be in the game long enough. But just rue the opportunities we've missed. Another game where we've not scored and potentially allowing ourselves for the opposition to take points off us.
Having said that, you're playing a team that's not conceded for, I think, 8 hours of football now, and you can see why they get bodies in the way, don't they?
Well, for that 70 minutes, if you look at the chances we had, perhaps looking at the stats in previous games, I think we probably had more shots on target, worked the keeper more than teams, all of 3 or 4 of the previous teams. But they're a good side. They look very well coached. They move the ball well. And they, I like a lot of their play, and I think as I said in my programme, I think they're going to be up there. The result tonight keeps us above them, and I think we're above them. We're going to be in the top 3 because I think they'll go all the way. I think they're well equipped. They're adding players. And when you consider the amount of injuries we've had this week, and we effectively could only use the 13 available outfield, the professionals. But I thought it was in the circumstances, it was a really good performance. So I'm really proud of the players, really pleased with them. I'm always got an eye for the detail, and I think we can improve on certain things. But but like I said, in terms of what the shift they put in tonight, I can't commend them anymore. And they certainly put us in a position where the game was there for us to win against a really good opposition.
As you say, I think 6 first teamers absent tonight through illness or injury. But one player who did step up tonight was Ryan Crowsdale for his full debut. Quite an impressive full debut as well.
Absolute pleasure watching him.
Yeah,
it really was. We this is no criticism to other players, because the other players have probably given us a little bit of a screen and a physicality. But you can see why we brought him in. Fantastic footballer. Astute in terms of his positioning and recognising it, but composure was excellent, and credit to his athleticism, because he's lasted the whole game, and it was an intense game. So it was a huge challenge for us. He was going to play anyway. It wasn't the absence of Lois. We felt this was a game. Maybe if we had Lois, or it would have been a certain different fabric maybe in terms of how we shaped up the midfield. But he was always going to play tonight. We did consider playing Mac as well, and try to get them up to speed, but it's a tough call when other lads are bursting to play the game. But I was really pleased with him now, and I think he's definitely looks like a huge addition to us. So other players are missing, but we didn't miss him because of people like him stepping up.
Obviously you had to rejig your back line because of the absence of Ash Palmer. I think that is illness. Are you expecting him back at the weekend?
Yeah, I think it's only a cold, but in the COVID sort of scenario, we have to be ultra cautious. Like I said, it's we'll try and get him tested this week, and I'm sure it'll come back negative. The symptoms, a little bit like we've had another member of staff, and it turned out it wasn't. Everybody's paranoid a little bit about anything that resembles any of the symptoms. So, and you have to be ultra careful. But I think it's just a cold. I think maybe he got a bit of damp yesterday, and he's felt something. But we'll just see how he is. But like I said, I thought Keno did brilliant tonight, stepping in, and I think we're quietly confident that Mark Kitchen will be fit. I think that season off his neck. Lois Maynard, again, difficult one, because he finished the game with his groin, but we're not sure. We'll probably have a better idea on Thursday, but that'd be 2 huge additions to the group. And if Ash is one of them, then we'll be back to a full strength, or a solid 16 available to us, or 17. Big game for us, because we've got a clean sheet, we've got a point, we took 2 points off Solihull, and now we put ourselves in a great position now where we can maybe, Saturday's game's a real opportunity for us now to stamp our consistency and our strength, and trying to get maximum points on Saturday, and then this will look like a good draw then.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, playing Weymouth this weekend, with the experience you've had over the last sort of 18 months to 2 years, it's getting harder every single year for part-time teams at this level, isn't it? I know Weymouth have got their win on the board now, they beat Kings Lynn the other week, but it is getting harder for part-time sides at this level.
Yeah, I think it's for any team that steps up a level, you've got to, a little bit like Leeds, maybe and other teams, you've got to trust in your team, you've got to trust in what you do, but they'll face all the same challenges we had, where you lose some really better players. You try to impose yourself on the opposition, a couple of defeats late, and you start doubting yourself, and you start wondering whether you're doing the right things or whether you might need to go more physical, more solid. But so I think it's a huge challenge for the Wheelstones and all those teams.
Yeah.
And we coped quite well last year. We adapted really well. I said last year that if we finishing last year was a great achievement with that group of players. I think the Chorley manager said that that was a weaker group of players than the Champions team, because we'd lost 3 or 4 players to other levels. So for us to finish 7th or 8th last year was a bigger achievement on the pitch than actually the year before, and I think the same for Woking and other teams that have done really well. What we've been provided was the opportunity this year of going to the next level and to really compete in that top 7 with the stronger sides. But look, we know it's going to be a difficult game. Every team that's got promoted or playing in this league has got something about them. They've all got. You've got to respect every opposition. We're going to have to work hard. We're going to have to work really hard. We're going to have to play with quality. We're going to have to take our chances. We're going to have to make it really hard for them if we're going to get the result. There's no easy rides in this league, so we're expecting a really tough game against them. I just hope that the players put in the same sort of effort and application tonight, because if they do, then we'll win a lot of games if we put that sort of performance in.
Enjoyed watching it tonight. Well done, Jim. Thanks
very much.